So what you want to do?
Yeah, I thought we could use this time to sort of do an introduction to finix, sort of go over some stuff there, take a look at it. Obviously, you're not familiar with it at all, so yeah, take some time and just sort of go over the high level stuff. Maybe dig in a little bit here and there where it makes sense to.
Okay. Here's
Yeah,
turning off the video because we don't need to record all that.
yeah, we could share screens or whatever.
Here's my screen to
Great.
get me set up and familiar. I suppose I should be sharing screen. I just tried to run Dir and Valau on a .env that has Usenix in it, and that seems to not be the right thing to do.
Yeah, I might have accidentally committed a .env but not a shell.nex.
No,
I'll
you didn't. There is no .env. I
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I,
Okay.
I just made this. I don't think .env should be committed. In fact, I made a PR to direnv itself, to its documentation, to like put a whole page in there
Hmm.
about that.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, maybe some projects they should, but a lot, yeah, that makes sense that they shouldn't. Yeah. Or at least maybe just as a template. Yeah. So, Phoenix doesn't really like have a shell, I guess. It doesn't really. I mean, maybe it could use one. We'll see.
So here's a Nix flake. I can self pilot a little bit so that you will get a feeling for the discoverability here. So I did an Nix
Yeah.
flake
I
show. I
mean,
see that it has a formatter.
at any time, if you want to tell me something sucks, please do. Yeah.
I
That's
may not phrase it that way, but I sure will.
yeah. I have thick skin.
Lib NixOS module, whole bunch of NixOS modules, and that seems to be it. Now I will, for my curiosity, do an xrepl dot in this flake and do lib and see that there's only one thing here, the finix system, which I will assume is an eval modules wrapper.
Yeah. Yeah. Much like lib.nixOS system.
So I will go ahead and remove this file because there is no shell.
Hmm. No, we can just take a quick look at the flake if you like.
I noticed there's a lon.nix. I think that's an input locker, input pinner.
It is, yeah.
One of the older ones, if I remember correctly. I don't.
Actually, I think it's well, I don't know, maybe it is. So
It's,
some guy Nixter who does lots of cool things in NixOS and Nix packages. He wrote it, so that was good enough reason for me to use it.
mm-hmm.
Um,
So
yeah,
here's the
so
lon.knock.
so
I notice there's only Nix packages here, which is nice.
yeah, and this is just for internal use. It's not supposed to be exported or used by the user or anything like that. It's
Right.
for yeah.
And
Actually, we didn't even
mhm.
have a formatter until recently. Somebody's like, I really want the formatter included in flake.nix. And I said, okay, I guess we can do that. But,
Yeah, and my editor is set up to use the flake formatter to format.
oh, perfect. Perfect.
So
I'm glad that a user requested we add that
yeah,
then.
so it works. But as you can see, and this is something I almost got in trouble for insisting with the formatter team,
Hmm.
because these lines, I see them as useless and the formatter does not remove them, and they don't necessarily disagree, but they closed my issue.
Some
So
people
that's why
like
I
those lines,
personally
some
have
people don't. Yeah. Yeah.
I've switched to
Yeah.
Alejandra because it does delete those lines.
It's a hard one, right? You're never going to make anyone or everyone happy. And yeah. I mean, personally, the next package is formatter. It's okay. I don't know. It's super opinionated and kind of annoying in some places, but that's okay. That's okay because somebody had to make an opinion. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. So we have lib.finix system. This is your entry point when you're building Finix systems. You need to pass it a lib. I don't remember why that's null. It probably shouldn't be. That's an artifact from months ago, I'm sure. It can optionally take special args, just like NixOS system, and list of modules, just like NixOS system. Yeah. So it's a pretty thin wrapper on top of eval modules. Yeah.
Why would you need to pass it lib if the lib that you have is lib finix system?
Oh, that's just my lib. That could be anything. I need Nix packages lib.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that lib.finix system, that lib that's nothing, right? That's just a key.
Yeah. It has only this on it.
Yeah. We didn't even need to put that in lib. I just did that because Nix package did it.
Yeah, I guess there's more than one way to obtain a lib.
No, but that's not Nix packages lib, right? So we still need
I
somebody
get
to
it.
pass.
I get it.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So this is your entry point when building systems.
Okay. Where are the
Yeah.
tests, checks?
They're under the test directory. I haven't gone wild with those yet. I probably should,
This
but
does have a shell. No,
that's a
it
shell test.
test shell test.
Test the shell. Yeah. So boot is a reasonable test. So these
Okay.
are just like NixOS tests, but for Finix.
Cool. Here's the README. There's nothing. There's no contributing here.
Yeah, contribute any way you wanna
I want to
contribute, or
discover how to run the tests.
yeah,
I will
no,
search for this directory. Tests. Oh, it's quite a lot of. There's probably a script somewhere to run them.
somebody opened a PR to make Nix check run them, or Nix Flake check run them. I don't know. Is that a good idea? That'll run a lot of stuff eventually. May not be good. It's good for now, probably, but it might not remain good.
It's a scale problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, Shahar, I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you this is like a super well documented project. This is a hobby time project that,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I'm not getting paid to write documentation, I'm probably not writing much documentation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we'll just sort of poke through here and there. If you want to run a test, you can just run nix build slash uh, nix build tests and then dash a and then the name of the test. I think
So
I
that's in
just
Nix
you can just run it from the root directory nix build
because that's something in default.
flake
Nix build or
tests.
use the
No,
flake.
no,
The
no,
flake
like
has that.
no,
Oh,
no, no. Nix
Nix
dash
build.
build and then like dot forward slash tests. Yeah. And then like a space.
That would be
Yeah,
the
there's a default dot nix.
default .nix here.
Yeah, and it exposes the tests.
And where
Yeah,
does it get packages from?
from lawn.
From lawn.
Yeah, yeah, you can override them, but again, this is the okay. So then space and then dash like minus and then like shell. Sure, shell is fine.
Let's run all of them.
Yeah, okay.
Will this run all of them?
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's not a lot, so it's not like it's a big problem. It'll build some stuff, and then yeah, it'll build your things, and then you'll be up and running shortly.
What's all this code? Finite code. Is there some
Yeah, it's
executable
like
here?
building F in it. Yeah, and there we go. Now we're running.
So Finite is not in these packages, or you have a patch for it?
It
Different
is.
version for it?
It is. So a really cool feature of FNet is
Mm-hmm.
that you can you can execute C plugins that you write before fnit will read any of its own configuration files. But to do that and then to make it boot all nicely, you sort of have to do a tiny bit of compiling there. I mean, I suppose I could put those in a cache, but it's not super appropriate to put in the Nix packages.
So plugins require compilation. That's what you're saying.
C plugins, yeah, for sure, for
C
sure.
plugins. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's a cool feature that you can have a plugin run code before fnit even reads its config files. But then, of course, you have to sort of package them together. Otherwise, how would fnit know where to get the plugin from?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So there's some tests here. Let's see. Um, what can we say?
Say this
I guess I can.
output, is
Yeah.
this like, because I've been using Flakes mostly, so I'm not familiar. Is this just part of Nix-build output that it gives you at the end, all the store paths it built? The top level ones, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That'll just tell you what it's built. You probably have a bunch of like result files and symlinks there if you'll do like an
Do
ls
I?
or
Oh.
yeah, those are all the tests.
Oh, it seems that, okay. Here's a contribution.
Perfect. Look at this, already up and running, Shahar. I love it.
All right.
PRs welcome.
Yeah. So, um, since this is a Nix project, many users would have like the global git ignore for that. But
Hmm.
I suppose this could be changed to um so two ways of doing this. Result and like result hyphen star would probably do the trick.
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
And they're gone.
Perfect.
So do you want me to just push
Oh,
to main,
absolutely.
or do you
Oh well, I mean main which I mean you don't have write access to mine, but to Finix repo, but if you want to make a pull request or something, go for it.
want me to make pull requests? Okay.
Love it.
Okay. GitHub repo fork. I wonder, since this is molybdenum software, I think the fork should be molybdenum software fork. Tab repo fork. What is it? Org software.
Yeah. Anyways, what you've seen so far, nothing's like too shocking or unfamiliar, correct? It's all sort of nothing is too crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, Phoenix is super similar to NixOS, but in other ways, it's a lot different, right? Um, I think it might be worthwhile to look at a basic configuration and see some of the things going on there.
What? Okay. I'm not. Do you have some naming, some git log convention here
I
that
mean,
you
I'm
think
pretty
this should fit
easygoing.
into?
Anything that's reasonable, I'll accept.
Okay.
Git ignore, update, whatever.
Um, but there, you don't need to have like a category for any, right?
Yeah,
I can just
it's
do add result to git ignore.
great.
Okay. Repo set default. PR create. Let's see whether you have a template here. No, there's no template. Okay. This is useful when after running multiple tests using build tests
Yeah,
or
great.
pop slash tests. I think it works either way, right?
Yep.
Why do I have to continue in browser? I don't know. Usually it just, that's strange.
Yeah, that is strange.
That's the first time I get that. Usually it just lets me submit
Yeah.
from the CLI.
Hmm.
Okay.
Very cool.
No automated checks here?
Source code formatting,
Well,
but
I don't see any. Are they supposed to? They are.
approve workflow to
Why
run.
don't they all run
I have
in
to
CI?
approve the workflow, I guess. Maybe because you're a first time
Ah,
contributor. Yeah.
yeah. But it
Okay,
doesn't tell me that? Oh, it does start.
I just clicked
So
it.
the
I just
workflow has no secrets. That's why you don't have to approve it.
no, I just did approve it. Yeah. I
Oh,
had
you
to
just
approve it.
did.
Yeah.
Um, so I wonder why you had to approve it at all.
Yeah.
Because it has no secrets, right? Does it?
Don't think so.
Well, let's look at the workflow. Workflow. Fumpt doesn't seem to have any secrets. And does this even... No, this runs on
Maybe.
push to main.
Yeah, push, but it probably has a secret, but still, I wouldn't have expected. Anyways, um, yeah. So let's talk about some of the conceptual differences here between OS and
Mm-hmm.
Fin. The big deal in my mind, the thing that really sets us apart is that not all modules are included by default, and modules are written to be extremely unopinionated and minimal. That's the idea. That's
Uh-huh.
that's what I want. That's what I want Finix to be. I want it to be a lean system that users can build on top of and provide flakes to do all sorts of cool things or doesn't have to be a flake, of course, but yeah, it's what most
Mm-hmm.
people use. So anyways, yeah, that's kind of the idea. That's what I'm aiming for with it. Um, but I don't want it to like just be a minimal thing. I want people to be able to build big, cool things on top of it as well. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I've been trying some ideas. Um, yeah. When you take a core, like a build like Finix, lib.finix system and build something, it literally turns like almost nothing on by default. Um, you have to like import modules. You can just import them all, which is nice and easy, but it's still almost nothing is turned on. Like there's no device manager turned on. There's no yeah, there's almost nothing turned on really. It's like no
Let me see
networking.
the list of modules.
Yeah, if you go down to so default, for example, in yeah, there you go. So there are a couple default modules included by default. Sorry, well, yeah, modules included by default that maybe they don't have to be, but it's some of them have to be. It's useful. So yeah, those are modules that are included
Plymouth
by
is required. Why is it Plymouth required? I find that
uh,
surprising.
it hooks into the init system. It's not turned on by default, but it hooks into the init system, so it's easier to evaluate. Again, some of these things maybe could be not evaluated by default, but it's easier to for now. And the list is really small. So again, if you look at that, you have like core utils, Plymouth, resolve fonts, shadow, open resolve is just deprecated. Like it's been renamed to resolve fonts. So that's
Hmm.
what, four? And then if you go down the services list, we have one, two, three, five, six. So that's basically 10 modules included by default, that maybe don't need to, but are a lot easier to just include them by default.
Hmm.
Yeah, like a lot of things will depend on it. So like for example, UDEV. You don't have to run UDEV on your system with Finix, but a lot of packages, a lot of modules will want to add UDEV packages. So
Hmm.
then each of those modules would have to import UDEV, and like a ton of them would do it. So why not just include it by default and get it done with? Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't have to import the default, right?
Yeah.
Default imports. Say a module that depends on UDEV. Does it import UDEV?
So again, at this point, no, because UDEV is just imported by default because it's easier that way.
Otherwise, do modules import other modules that they
Yes.
depend on the options of?
Yes.
So that's a nice feature, right? And that's something NixOS never had.
Yeah. So if you do a grep, you can exit out of here and do a grep or rip grep into modules and do like RG for like imports. Imports. No,
Test,
that's
no.
with
Modules,
module
fonts default,
up at the top there.
hardware console. What,
Yeah,
like
up at the top,
GVFS?
modules. Let's go down to X. Uh, where is it? Okay, here, yeah. Go to modules, programs. No, that's not what I want. Do what I want. Regreet. That's fine. Modules, programs, regreet, default, the second on the list. Yeah, here we go. So if you go up to the very top, you'll see
Interesting. This is by,
modules,
there's a modules.
modules, config, packages, libs. So NixOS has modules path. Are you familiar with that one?
Yes.
Yeah, it gives you a string to the path for all the modules. Well,
Yeah.
I yeah, that's not great because it's a string
It's
and you
actually a
don't
Nix
know.
packages module system feature that
Um,
is used maybe only by NixOS.
no, it's is it? I thought it was special args.
3D Flex packages,
Maybe
modules
I'm wrong.
path. Lib modules has a bunch of this modules path stuff.
Yeah, special
This
args.
is,
See?
yeah, but you know, what I mean is that this is Nix packages lib modules. So
Oh, I see. It's actually used here. Yeah, okay. So it is a special arg, but you are right. It is they have special coding for it. I didn't even know
yeah,
that. Oh, very cool.
so
Anyways,
there's some
yeah.
support for that.
So modules is like the Finix equivalent of that. Instead of it being a string, it's an attribute set with all the modules.
So you expect users to use this as well. This is like how users would
Yeah,
import
th- this this is
Phoenix
how you
modules.
should import Finix modules. They're overridable too. So in special, like when you go lib.finix system, you can go special modules and then override any of the built-in um, Finix ones.
Where's Phoenix system? Yo, does this mean that Phoenix can be used only via Flake? I mean,
No,
I
if you go
don't know
deep,
about can because maybe this wrapper is not very
no, no,
thick.
no, no. If you go default.nix and evaluate it, you'll see the exact same thing as a flake, so it's fine. Yeah, so
Okay.
why
Okay,
not?
I want to change this. I want to make like flakes the secondary additional thing.
Yeah, either way is fine. I don't care. I
Hmm.
mean, if your flake doesn't have any
In,
inputs,
right. Then it's
I love
just an
flakes
X
that
mod.
don't have I love flakes that don't have inputs. They're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the regreet module just for a
It's
sec.
a tongue in cheek, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Flakes are interesting. Yeah.
No, but that's I totally agree because I think what you mean is inputs are the problematic feature in Flakes. Sure,
One of,
there's
yeah.
the copying of everything to the store on every command problem, but like this inputs. That's why I've been setting um, workpiece infra.
Yeah, I heard it on your
Did you
last
see that?
podcast. I was cutting the grass and I threw your podcast on and I was like, yep, good stuff,
Flag
Shahar.
false,
Good.
flag false, flag false, flag false,
Yep.
flag false. And here's proof that you can do this in many cases.
Yeah. There's a couple other Nix tools that are really interesting to me recently because they're like, sure, you can use something like lawn, but it has no flake compatibility. So you end up having to do a whole bunch of crap if you want to access flakes. Um, like you got to do all your manual importing, what you have to do here. Like, okay, you can do that, but it's cool if we can start getting other tools to be able to start like parsing flake stuff without the inputs and like, I don't know, make it a little bit easier to do this, get what we want. Anyways,
What?
yeah. So,
Yeah.
okay, back to that regreet module.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Regreet.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay. So yeah, this is a regreet module. Regreet is like a login manager type thing.
That's what I use, I think.
Yeah. Well, it depends on greetd and accounts daemon. So it imports those modules and then it enables them, as opposed to just having them already imported.
Why do you need to enable something if you already like conditionally import it?
Right? I did have some thoughts about this. It'd be kind of nice. It'd be kind of cool if there was like an option to say like options dot should everything be enabled dot by default, you know, equals true. And
I
then
don't think I think there should be just not be an enable option for things. Just importing a module is like enabling it.
yeah, I mean there's a strong argument to be made there for
A big
sure.
breaking change for all the users, possibly, because
Yeah.
they do have those. Uh,
Well, I suppose there is the case where something could like import a module and it's like maybe, like maybe you want to use this functionality because you can't conditionally import things, right? So you might still need that escape hatch to disable something. But then again, maybe it's just you to go disabled modules and just remove it so it doesn't get imported. I don't know.
I think the way to enable features should be importing modules.
Yeah.
Not just enabling whole services and programs, but even features um, of services or programs.
Oh, okay, okay.
Also, have you
Anyways.
seen
Yep.
like this pattern of like like I'm not sure I can immediately give you like a good example, but if you have um let's say a okay, so here's an example that could be interesting, like something that has to do with, okay, this is here needs to be a value of that is like a like a remote like source control kind of thing, source control kind of value, like it could be a GitHub repo, it could be a GitLab repo, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you could do you could, if this is the module, you could do something like, let me do it here. It expects like, I don't know, like a repo, okay? And this
Mhm.
is, if this is a module value, then it can be used in this way. Something like imports equals, I don't know, modules, GitHub repo, okay? Or I don't know, like I don't know, what's it called? Forges, right?
Mhm.
Forges GitHub, okay?
Okay.
And then you could do owner repo, right? So this would be a way to specify. Does that make sense? To specify a repo. But if it's a different kind of repo, then you would do GitLab. And this would remain the same because they are the GitLab and the GitHub modules that declare these two options. And
You're
GitLab
starting
would,
to you're
hmm?
starting to dig into modular services.
Yeah,
Modular
like this
services
would be the
are
pattern behind modular services, right?
no, yeah, modular services do something similar to this. So you go repo, and that's like an arbitrary tag or a attribute set. Not completely arbitrary, but you can call it whatever you want. In the modular services case, it's system dot services or something like that equals
Mm-hmm,
repo. And then from there, you import your modular service. So you go imports equals, and then import some sort of modular service. And then your
mm-hmm.
owner, yeah, you start configuring it right there. So, yeah. Yeah. So something like this exists. You weren't the first person to think this.
I actually, I am very much like not. I picked this up. I didn't think this. I picked this up from the source, from Robert.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is a Robert thing for sure. Yeah.
And I totally agree. I like that. I think this is how the module system should be
Yeah.
whenever
It
possible.
has some implementation limitations, but yeah, it's cool. It's definitely cool. Okay. So, yeah, that's what we do for dependencies here with finix. And then if you scroll slightly down, you'll see that we enable them. If we go down to the config, right.
Mm.
So count statement is enabled. It's a hard requirement. Read D is enabled. It's a
So
hard requirement.
I see. I see.
Yeah. I guess I could even like lib.make force those because they're like absolutely hard requirements, but I don't know. Just true is fine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, that's how we keep the default module list slim. There's challenges with that, of course, because everything when you write next to less modules, you get into the habit of just wanting to assume everything is around. But we try to be a bit more disciplined with this stuff here.
I thought of a change to the module system itself, or maybe an additional feature
Yeah.
in which, and this is possibly an original thought, that a module that uses an option is checked at eval time to either declare that option or import directly a module that declares that option.
Hmm.
So it's an earlier check than the check that tells you simply, hey, a value was provided for option foo, but option foo is never declared. No, instead, it would say this module provides a value for option foo, but does not declare or import a module that declares option foo.
Okay, I see. Yeah, yeah.
And that would support the pattern of modules needing to import other modules that provide options that they provide values for.
Okay. Yeah, cool idea. That would probably result in better error reporting as well, right? So
I think so.
yeah. Okay. Um, yeah, I guess to move on. So we've talked about how Finix tries to reduce the number of modules. We keep like, obviously like there's some core ones like boot dot whatever, like a lot of the building the system, environment.etc, environment.system packages. These are like core things that are not even like, sure they're modules, but they're not.
Reduce the number of module like required, right?
Yeah,
Required modules, right?
yeah, we have a very small number of required modules, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, there's like core system stuff that's like it's not software, like it's not UDev, it's not MDev, it's not seatd, greetd, it's nothing like that. These are just environment.system packages. It's not software, it's just part of the system. So we need that. So I don't really count those as like modules that were, like, oh, we include that. Of course we include that. Like, how do you build a system without that, right? So that doesn't count. But then anything that's like software, you know, don't try not to import almost anything that's software by default, just a few things. We've had some users talk about like not even importing any software by default, which is like maybe we will do that. Maybe. Um, we'll see.
Okay,
So that's
I'm just making a list of like possible improvements to to declare this stuff in documentation
mhm.
for the users
Yep.
and developers.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, we talked about the middle module list, and I showed you how we deal with that with dependencies. And then I said one more idea I said is that like modules themselves should be minimal and simple and unopinionated. Um,
Modules should be minimal, simple, and unopinionated.
so I can give you what I think is a pretty good example of something I just merged tonight a bit before our call that I've been put a little bit of work on over the weekend, and
Here's the log.
that is the xorg module. So
Okay.
modules programs xorg.
Oh, not this.
Yeah. So you
I'll
can just
just
take a
take
look
a
at,
look at those programs actually.
yeah, yeah.
But
So
it's
this one's,
legacy.
yeah. So the issue
Uh-huh.
is, uh, okay. So I just actually, yeah, on the weekend, I got rid of my last NixOS machine. I don't have any more NixOS.
Congratulations.
I have thousands of NixOS machines at work. That's good enough. At home, they're all Finix now. They're all Finix.
Oh.
So yeah, I've been wanting to load Finix onto a home theater gaming PC for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had an issue. I have like NVIDIA
Mm-hmm.
and didn't really want to do much X stuff with Finix because it just sounded like a hassle. So I've tried a couple times in the past to get my home theater PC, like the gaming stuff working really well on Wayland. It doesn't work, man. Like the video card, the proprietary NVIDIA card, I hate it. Um, there's a couple
Mm-hmm.
games where the performance drops to nothing. It's just not good. I've tried all these different things, and I just think the video card doesn't work well with it. So I was like, well,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm going to switch this computer to 10X, I'm going to need to like improve Xorg, X support, So yeah, so I spent the weekend, a couple hours here and there. Uh, I did some research on it, and then I saw like what's modern X look like, whatever. But yeah, so take a look at this. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we at? We have line 158 there. Okay. Where does config start? Let's go up a little bit. And we're at line 109. So roughly 50, like 49 lines of Nix configuration here. That's it. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. How big's the Xorg or the X server module in NixOS?
So you get a kick out of outdoing NixOS
I'm not
on
outdoing. They have more features.
minimalism
They
of.
have more features. So it's not,
Mhm.
I'm not bragging. I'm not anything like that. I said,
You're enjoying this. I can tell.
well, no, no, no. See, what I would have loved for NixOS to be is the core X module is
Yeah,
tiny like this. But then
yeah,
I want
that's
somebody to
engineering,
build
right?
a, then I want somebody to build a flake that has all the extra features on top of it. You know what I mean?
Or even, I don't know, even as long as you can keep, things modular, it's okay to have fancy features. Just,
Yeah, 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 for sure.
keep them
I'm not,
as importable
yeah,
modules.
yeah, I want, yeah. So this is like a ridiculously unopinionated Xorg module. It does
Mhm,
so little. It doesn't include a whole bunch of stuff by default.
mhm,
Uh, but it works and it leaves you in a spot where you can customize it and add all these extra things and build other modular things on top of it to get exactly what you want and then share those with other people if you like. Yeah.
mhm.
So this is to me, if you ever look at the X server module in NixOS, this is like the great example of like mine doesn't obviously do everything it does, but that's okay because it's an unopinionated core simple module. And that's what I
Uh-huh.
want modules to look like in Finix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
So you have minimized the lib input here somehow?
Okay, so
You your udev and and disable some.
so the yeah, the desktop Linux world has moved on from anything other than systemd.
Mhm,
And some creative, interesting people have worked around those limitations, which is cool. But yeah, like a lot of software nowadays, absolutely hard codes systemd as an assumption into it for Linux systems,
mhm.
which is, yeah, I mean,
It's upsetting.
I mean, I guess I probably should have just made Finix with systemd. I really like systemd, but I thought it'd be so cool to use something different, right? Why not? If you're gonna build an alternate Nix-based system, like I don't know, do something clickbaity, like use a different init system, right?
For
Well,
the
some, yeah, I mean,
underdogs, those who like the being alternative.
sometimes I regret my actions here because I thought if I would have built this with systemd, I totally would be
Mhm,
using it at work right now on thousands of NixOS servers that would solve so many problems for me.
mhm,
Yeah, but oh well, I used fnet instead. Yeah, but anyways, this is yeah. So some cool Ukrainian dude made this libudev zero
mhm,
um package, which is like API and ABI compatible with systemd udev. So it's like a shim library. You pop it in there, and then it lets all your software work with, not all your software, a lot of your software work with like different device managers. So we have like lib im xf xf86 input lib input. Yeah, that package. We're going to override that if we're not, or if we're running an alternate device manager. Yeah.
mhm,
Yeah, yeah. So you'll see a couple places in Finix. We have to do a couple things like that.
mhm,
We have a strong policy here. So like Nix packages, the option Nix packages dot overlays, Nix packages dot host platform, all that stuff, right? You can like add overlays to your system in your configuration, right?
Yeah, you have an X packages module here.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta take a look at it though. It's important. It has one option in it.
You only take a packages instance.
Only that has to be a fully composed packages instance. That way modules cannot do ridiculously opinionated things like inject overlays into your system. That's too opinionated for us.
I see.
The user has to inject all their overlays up front. They have to make that decision. Yeah.
Interesting. That's a policy.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to push my unopinionated opinions too strongly on you. You're absolutely free to make your own module to add overlays here, right? That's the thing with
Not not quite. I mean,
Oh yeah,
if
yeah. You could do that.
does
If you want to make your own module or you want to add overlays,
oh,
you could you
you mean I
can
can replace this Nix packages module?
well, you don't even need to replace it. You can add on to it. You can graft onto it. You could just open
But
up another file.
it
That's
has
fine.
this stem.
That's fine. Open up another file and go
Mm.
options.nicpackages.overlays equals, and then in config, you can set packages, right?
You can override the value.
Yeah, you can set the value. You don't need to set the type. You
I
can just
mean,
over.
I'm not sure how this works with module args being. Oh, module args is config Nix packages, so you
Yeah,
can opt out of this and do have something that is
yeah. You
similar
can
to
do whatever you
the
want.
rest of the
Or
ecosystem.
like you said, you could easily replace the entire module if you wanted to. Yeah,
Got it. Yeah.
yeah.
I have a big problem with that feature where NixOS, Home Manager, they all instantiate their own PKGs. I haven't tested it, but I suspect that it's costing me some eval time. So when I do a Nixflake check in my infra, I have only about 5 NixOSs there, but each
hmm
NixOS has Home Manager in it, and I also have NixVim, and so
Yeah.
I don't know how many instances of PKGs get evaluated when I do Nixflake check, and I want to check that sometimes with like instantiating my own PKGs and passing it to everything.
PKGs can take a while to instantiate. It can, especially when you have a couple that really adds up.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Anyways, yeah. For now, Phoenix is nice and quick to evaluate, which is good.
So do you have any idea for something that we could do in the our first few sessions?
Yeah, this session, of course, like you don't know anything about Phoenix, so we just talk about it, just get you sort of introduced to the ideas behind it and stuff. So after that, yeah, I mean, I think the next thing I'd want to talk to you about, because now you have this idea of like minimalism and by default, I
Mm-hmm.
think that naturally lends to the next thing that we're trying to do here, which is like not not do minimalism at all as a default, um, but as a separate entry point. So I want people
The
to be
default is
able.
like nothing.
Well, no.
That's
So I
what you
want
mean.
I want people to be able to go and say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go pull down raw Finix, and the default is nothing. But that's a
Yeah.
sucky default. Like that sucks. Who wants to do
Okay.
that? So, like, how do we start building up nice configurations like NixOS, where you don't have to go in and configure every little thing yourself? Look, it's great for people who want to be able to do that. Mission accomplished. We're there. But now it's like, okay, how do we move to the next stage where people who don't want to do that can just pull in like an opinionated module and bam, then they're sort of back up to par with what NixOS offers, you know? So I created a
For a
laptop
specific case, right?
yes, use case. So
For
I
some class
created,
of machine, you want like a
yes,
desktop, or you want,
yes. I
some.
I created
Hmm.
a laptop profile. So, and I say profile is just a
Hmm.
module, but I put it under
Yeah.
profile.
I
It's
don't
not in
see.
here.
Uh-huh.
It's in a community modules repository. Uh,
I see.
yeah. Um, yeah, community dash,
Profiles.
no, community dash modules. It used to be in a profiles repository, but then people said we should merge it with community modules. So if you go
Mm-hmm.
like ls modules, um, yeah, so under modules, profiles, laptop.
There's a README.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. An opinionated Finix profile for a personal laptop. Sure. Yeah. So it covers the plumbing. Yeah. Get an init system, audio, networking, login greeter. Sure. This is an idea of how you might use it. Yes, just like that. And then,
What's the NixOS system here?
oh, dang it. Somebody modified. Did I type that wrong or did somebody modify it? I don't know. Should be Finix system. Sorry. Yeah. It looks like, oh, you know what? This wasn't updated. Yeah. Somebody copied this out of another repository. Maybe I didn't update it. Maybe they didn't update it. Should say Finix system. And the inputs are wrong too. I can see they weren't updated for when it was moved. I'll take a look at that. Yeah. Anyways, um,
It's
yeah. So I
mhm,
don't know, like I don't know how opinionated this should be, but like it says, like you still need to bring your own desktop environment, window manager, or compositor, your user accounts, host specific hardware like file systems, kernel modules, etc. Uh,
mhm.
yeah, yeah. This README is out of date. I need to update it. Yeah. But yeah, like I want to build like a home theater PC profile, which is like opinionated and does stuff for you.
Mhm.
User groups. Yeah, user groups are like that's a whole thing. So actually I want to add a new option to this profile that's like profiles.laptop.user or something like that, where it'll add all the groups that you need automatically. Non-system D based systems, you have to worry a little bit more about groups. Yeah.
Mhm. Mm.
Anyways, yeah. So next time, maybe we'll chat a little bit about profiles and stuff like that. And sort of talk about how we can go from like this like terrible minimal, you know, you don't have anything situation, which is yeah, I mean terrible if you're like a laptop user and you just want a system to work, but awesome if you're like, I don't know, building an embedded board or something, right? Um, anyways. Yeah, so yeah, next time we can talk about how we can sort of like promote the situation so that users don't have to include a bunch of stupid stuff and they can just I just want a system to work and go for it.
Sounds good.
Awesome. All right. Well,
Yeah, looking forward.
thanks for your time, Shahar.
Thank you for explaining so well how Phoenix works. Been lovely looking into it finally.
Awesome. All right.
Let me stop the recording here.